green. Anyway, go ahead, Nate.
Welcome to Movie the Podcast. That's right, Movie the Podcast.
Go ahead, new gogs.
We
Better
watched
gogs.
a movie about how emotional women should not have access to power. Because that's
kind of the message of this movie.
that's the message of the movie. Is like,
Wrong.
Yeah.
if Professor X didn't do brain therapy on her in the first
my
place,
I can't wait to.
lady.
How
This is
many
one of
times
those.
have I read Dark Phoenix sagas and I never even put that together?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel like there's a way. This is my big beef with this. Is there's a way to do this that isn't what it's saying, and they choose to instead shoehorn three like D plots because there's not a B, C, and D plot. It's just like an A plot and three Ds, and it's just
So yeah, we
crammed with
watched
garbage.
we watched X-Men Dark Phoenix. Another. Correct me if I'm wrong. Simon Kinberg, right? He directed and wrote this, but he also didn't he write X-Men: The Last Stand also? I'm pretty sure he did.
He wrote another one. I think this is a Bryan Singer was meant to direct this, but I think he got in trouble with finger popping those boys' assholes in the hot tub, and they had to course correct and make the most expensive, cheapest movie I've ever seen.
Did he make Days of Future Past?
As far as I know.
Oh god, he sucks.
That's why
Days of Future. I like Days of Future Past.
I know, but he sucks.
I mean, he does suck.
And yes, Days of Future Past looks like fucking Citizen Kane compared to this movie.
So this movie has a written by credit. X-Men Apocalypse, he has a screen by credit. Fantastic Four Stick, he has a screen by credit.
Oh no.
Days of Future Past, he has screen by and story by credits.
So he was involved with
The Last Stand.
saga.
Yeah, The Last Stand, he has a written by. He has a written by credit on X State of the Union, which I think we watched that and we liked that.
We did watch that a long time ago. Oh, you know what? Didn't Mick G
No. Triple X State of the Union is the Ice Cube one, right?
No, we watched the Vin Diesel one.
The Return of Xander Cruz.
That's right. Yeah, or whatever.
They're going to drop
Xander
one
Cage,
satellite per day for 2,000 years or whatever.
That movie ruled.
But yeah, this is Simon Kinberg's directorial debut. Is Dark Phoenix.
Hopefully he
grand
hangs
opening,
it up.
grand closing.
Yeah, hopefully he hung it up after this because.
Hopefully he hung himself after this because this movie sucks.
Spoiler alert!
On IMDb,
like they did Mussolini.
On IMDb, they don't even list his directing credits. They list producer and writer.
Yeah, I don't think he's done anything else. He directed this, and then he's just been back to producing and writing. Because I guess he produced The Running Man, the Edgar Wright Running Man. He's one of the producers on that.
Yeah, producing doesn't matter. Like, he produced The Martian. I love The Martian.
We're all producing right now.
He produced Logan.
Yeah, producing.
Logan
I feel like
rules.
that's got to be that's the fucking. If you can get into that gig, that seems to be like the best because you can hog in on credit if a movie's really good. It's just like,
oh yeah,
like
he'll get an Oscar if any of
If it's
these.
bad,
Yeah.
you're like, well, the director sucked.
right. It's like, well, who produced No Country for Old Men? I have no idea, but if I produced it, I would never shut up about it. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like,
and then you could be like super chill, like Robert Evans.
oh yeah,
Remember?
dude, that guy-
You remember the Robert Evans thing? When he got the cartoon and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I used. Well, I God, this is going way back. I used to watch because I'm a fucking loser. When I was a kid, I used to watch Charlie Rose for some reason, and Charlie Rose used to do fucking classic Krusty episodes and show old interviews he did. And I remember one stuck out in my head was Robert Evans, and it was a pretty good interview. But he was talking about like Chinatown and all kinds of shit. I was like, who is this guy? And now it's funny because every time I hear Robert Evans, I just think of Rich Evans from Red Letter Media.
So one of the things on Simon Kinberg's IMDb trivia, Kinberg arrived in Hollywood in 2000. He's been a sought-after script doctor.
Oh
His
my God.
uncredited rewrites and polishes on various projects, including Catwoman, Elektra, Fantastic Four, Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, Abraham Lincoln: Vampire Hunter.
Oh my God.
A bunch of fucking duds.
See, but
I mean, sometimes you need a doctor to make a script.
But think of how amazing
after Doctor, the same way Jack Kevorkian was sought after.
All right, but here's the thing, right? Like, those movies are all trash, and no one knows who Simon Kinberg is or whatever. But like that guy probably has like a mansion in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like what a dream gig.
Imagine if all those movies were like excellent before he got a hold of
you
it.
think
Like
he
he's
fucked
like
them up?
the shitification of Hollywood movies.
He reverse Rogue One it.
Anyway,
Or like
we'll get.
it implies somehow worse versions of those movies existed prior to him.
Yeah, which I mean,
Seems
with what
unlikely.
he's got credits on, it's hard to believe that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Point of order.
Yes.
It seems like Nate is the newest member of the podcast.
Yeah.
Since he's been on for like 6 straight weeks.
Yeah.
I propose that we ask him movie questions instead of doing what we watched.
Yes.
Oh, damn! I had a really good movie I want to talk about. Okay.
Talk about your fucking movie for 2 seconds, and then we can get on to the
I could talk
questions.
about it next week. It's fine.
All right.
Write it down so you don't forget it.
No, I won't forget it. It's really good. I actually wanted to talk to Sean about it because I didn't know if he'd seen it already. See, now I want to talk about it.
What's
I'll
the
be
movie,
quick.
TJ?
It's Chungking Express. Have you seen that?
Yes. The Wong Kar-wai movie?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've seen all the other Wong Kar-wai movies. It's incredible. I loved it. I thought it was like brilliant and shot really well and full of all the stuff that I like of Wong Kar-wai, where it's like a romantic movie, but it's not like your traditional romantic movie. I thought it was fucking brilliant. It's a movie I've been meaning to watch for 20 years. I thought it was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, despite what Alec and Gogs think, that guy's a fucking genius.
Well, I mean,
what else did he do?
He made 2046 or
2046,
yeah, and nobody on the show besides me and Sean liked it. But I thought Nate, have you seen Chungking Express?
I don't even remember what that
No,
is.
I haven't.
It's very good. It's on it's on the Plex for you guys, but it's on HBO Max also. I think they have all the Wong Kar-wai movies.
Nice.
But it's shot in this such a cool way. Like it feels like I don't know. There's this like kind of vaporwave like 90s aesthetic that I see a lot of people post about, but they're just talking about this movie and the way it's shot. Like it's so much like, I don't know. I always love movies where like the setting is a character. Like the setting is so rich that it just like sucks you in. I don't know. I can't wait to watch it again. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Tony Leung is fantastic, of course. And the girl that's in it's a movie that's like 2 different stories that kind of intersect but kind of don't. Okay. They thematically intersect, but they don't directly relate to each other. But the girl who is uncredited as the creator of Manic Pixie Dream Girl, because this movie came out in like 1993.
You're talking about Faye Wong,
Faye Wong.
Yeah,
Faye Wong is adorable, but she is absolutely the prototype of the Manic Pixie Dream Girl, like 110%. I can't recommend the movie enough. I thought it was a fucking masterpiece. So that I concede my time.
I have to say one thing I watched too, because I have to argue with TJ briefly.
I like arguments.
I watched Weapons. And I think it's very good. Yeah,
that's fine.
I think it's very interesting because it's a fairy tale, not a horror movie, and I think that's the way to view it. But yeah,
I mean,
we don't have to litigate it further.
I think to be fair, I always say, I mean, a lot of people found a lot of enjoyment in it. It didn't work for me. Now I'll give you this. If you look at it as more of like a fairy tale, it allows you to kind of overlook some of like the glaring problems with the plot. Like, I think that movie works a lot better if it takes place in 1967 or 1970 or something, because like the logistics of the movie are just stupid in modern times. Like the kids run away a block from their house. Like, how did no one see this? And they have Ring cameras, but they can't figure it out. Come on.
Yeah.
Also, like, again, just like I said before, and no spoilers, but like, I just think the ultimate payoff to what happened is kind of a letdown. Like, I was just like, oh. And to be fair, a lot of people had the same problem with Long Legs. They're like, oh, it's all devil magic. Devil magic worked for me in that movie. I felt like it built to that, and I felt like it was appropriate. There was something eerie and wrong during that entire movie. Whereas this movie, it's like semi-realistic, semi kind of real world stuff, and then it's like, oh, it's this, and I'm like, my fucking opinion's not fucking, the fucking everything needs to be based off my opinion. It just didn't work for me. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting movie because it's about It's literally about how we get turned on all of each other. It's like kind of a movie
I
about
agree.
social media and the internet. It's just
Yeah.
embodied in a different way. And if you watch it as a fairy tale, the way the reveal occurs feels a little more like how fairy tales work, where it's like, oh, this is what it
Yeah,
was. You know
and
what I
I
mean?
agree. I agree with it from that perspective.
But
Sure.
I get you because it's kind of deflating when you're like, oh, this could be any number of amazing things, and then it turns out to be one specific thing. I just couldn't pinpoint what would be the thing that would make it more
Sure.
satisfying to me.
Yeah,
TJ, don't give any ground to Nate. We don't let smart people run shit in this country anymore. So you just tell them to shut the fuck up.
No, well, one thing I can't stand, and I've talked about this 1,000 times, but like I hate like specifically movie discourse on TikTok where people will literally like stitch someone's review and they'll just be like, well, that guy's an idiot. And it's like, well, he just didn't like the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can have differences of opinion. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just movies. Like, calm
totally.
down.
Yeah. And I'm not sharing what I'm sharing to convince you otherwise either. I just think it's like,
I mean,
it's an interesting sort of Run Lola Run-esque fairy tale horror thing.
Did you like Barbarian?
Yeah, I mostly like Barbarian.
See, yeah,
I think there are parts of it that don't work quite as well, but I think it's also like Kreger's tone is sort of this like half in, half out, where it's kind of funny, it's kind of horror, it's kind of like so many things at the same time that.
And I think that's maybe my problem, right? I mean, sometimes directors have a style that you just don't gel with, right? Like I love Yogurt Lanthimos, like I love him, I love everything he's done. But like his style might not gel with some people. And what the hell is that?
Alarm clock going up.
But I just you know what I mean? Like I don't think I like Kreger's style because I've seen 2 of his movies. I didn't like either one. And I feel like those 2 movies feel like the same movie to me because I had the exact same problem with both of them. Because
they have third act reveals that are always like, hey, whatever you were thinking the movie was, it's something completely
right.
It's silly
I mean,
in its own way.
And it has like Barbarian has kind of commentary about like Me Too and stuff, but it's like muddy and unclear. And I feel like this movie also has like commentary about like school shootings and like the way like the ubiquity of violence and all, like you said, social media. But again, the metaphors are kind of muddy, and I don't feel like they really pay off. And I feel like what's the phrase I love to use? There's a there, right? But I feel like he needs someone else to like help him hammer out his ideas. Just for me. Personally.
Yeah. The only thing I had read about him is he's kind of like, he's Lynchian in that he like does the transcendental meditation thing.
How dare you? How dare you compare?
I'm not saying he is. I'm in fact going to say that I think that you're right. He needs somebody to rein him in because David Lynch is the only person who can kind of pull that thing off. Yeah. But that's what he's trying to do. So I can respect at least that it's coming from a place of something. It's not just I think I'm being funny, and because I don't think
And I'm interested to see what he does with Resident Evil. Like I mean, like you can only go up with Resident Evil, right? I mean, we've had some terrible Resident Evil movies. I tell the listeners to go back and listen to those shows, but God only knows where they are. But anyway, Alec, you can go ahead, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry,
thanks so much.
Intellectual conversation. This is what we do here. We got to, we always got to grease the wheels. We got to get started.
Yeah, I blacked out after you said 2046, so I've just been
looking at Reddit. Anything good on Reddit?
Not in the Ravens forums.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Nate Rags Golia.
Nathan Aloysius Ragolia.
Nathan, what is the first movie you remember seeing?
Ooh, good question.
The first movie I remember seeing is probably, I mean, look, if I'm fully honest, it's the Care Bears movie that came out when we were all
kids. Yeah, I had that.
And I remember bawling my eyes out when the devil guy who's wearing a red tracksuit gets a heart.
Yeah, his name is Darkheart.
Yeah. But the other movie was Dark Crystal, which also impressed upon me heavily because of watching a tiny Hensonian puppet get its guts ripped out through a crystal.
They're doing a anniversary theatrical re-release coming up of that. They showed the trailer for that the last movie I saw. So yeah, I love both of those movies. Good choices there.
Yeah, solid. I'll go with Care Bears.
Okay, great.
You don't like Dark Crystal, Alec? I figured you'd be a
I
Dark
honestly
Crystal
don't know
guy.
that I've ever seen it.
Really? Oh, man.
It's a wild
I
movie.
did not like. What's the other one?
Willow?
No,
Labyrinth.
with David.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, Labyrinth.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Labyrinth.
I love
Not like
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, so I don't think I would like Dark Crystal.
Dark
Well, Dark
Crystal's
Crystal-
like a weird vibe. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a goofy musical. It's not.
No, it's like a
'cause
weird fantasy.
Labyrinth
movie.
is like Dark Crystal and Goonies put together, where people are
Yeah.
just screaming over each other the whole movie, and it's got puppets. But yeah, Dark Crystal's like
And-
a real bummer.
And Dark Crystal is all puppets. There's no people in that movie at all.
Yeah,
All right, Nate, you got the first question wrong, so let's get the second
Yep.
one.
great. Okay,
Nate Ravioli.
Yeah.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
I hope this is followed by the funniest movie.
And do you like to be scared at movies?
I do. I do like to be scared in movies. Scariest movie I've ever
great
seen.
question? These are great questions.
Like,
I stole them from another podcast.
It's not
It
bad.
is to believe there's other podcasts about movies out there.
What?
I know, right?
We got to get rid of them.
this seems very weird. I've never heard of this. Yeah, this is kind of a stupid answer, but like The Ring really fucked me up when I saw it, to the extent
Yeah.
that like
It's a
I
good
was off balance for like 3 or 4 days, just feeling strange.
That's not stupid at all. My
Have you ever
answer for that is Paranormal Activity, the first one.
Okay, yeah, that one's
Like I didn't
real
sleep
sketchy too.
for that night after I watched it. I didn't sleep that whole night.
Yeah,
When
when
I didn't turn the closet
thought-
light off, I was fucking terrified.
I
thought
watched
your
that
ex-
with
I thought your answer was going to be X-Men Dark Phoenix.
They were kind of scary.
Yeah.
I watched The Ring with my buddy like freshman year of college, and it was like a summer that neither of us had jobs, and so we were just up late. We were literally drinking like bottles of brut champagne, like the $2
hell yeah.
champagne
God,
shit.
that's-
Of course,
that
the
sounds so
the
good.
Fancy boys,
Yeah, and we're-
champagne watching The Ring.
Well, and this
Bro,
and this
getting
woman that I was
smashed
seeing at the
off
time made me
restaurants,
a
Blitz.
cheesecake, so it was a whole thing.
God
Um,
damn.
But we watched that movie, and the moment the movie ended, the phone in his apartment rang, and then it was still
shit.
landline. So it was just like fuck. Like
Hell
I
yeah.
jumped, and then that was 3 days of just feeling uneasy.
Have you seen the Japanese version?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's one of the rare times, and I don't know if you agree with this. It's one of the rare times. I think the American remake is superior to the Japanese.
No, I agree.
version.
I think that
Yeah.
I think they got the tone and the pacing and like the foreboding better, but literally no other J horror movie is replaced by the American.
It's only
version.
that, but also the Japanese one. It's handcuffed by this weird psychic detective that's introduced out of nowhere, and he's just like, "Oh, I have psychic powers." Like I don't know why, but I have
Well, I
psychic
mean,
powers.
That's just Japanese movies. in
Just
general.
Japanese
They all have a psychic detective.
Okay. Question number 3.
Number
3 of 50.
Great.
Nate, what movie made you cry the most?
Ooh, that's
Okay.
a good one.
What movie made me cry the most, other than the Care Bears movie that made me cry when I was a kid?
And X-Men
You
Dark
could have
Phoenix.
multiple answers for the same movie.
I mean that movie
Like,
did make
Cameras
me
could
cry a lot
Might be
as
every
a
answer
kid.
for you. Who knows?
God, I'm trying to think
It
now.
only
what-
counts as an adult when the weight of the world has broken you.
Yeah,
like The Life of Chuck made me cry a good bit recently.
still need to watch that.
And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with that because like I'm trying to think of there over the last few years, like mom dying movies always make me cry in ways that I'm like completely
course.
unprepared for. And I just
Yeah.
didn't used to cry in movies. It was like when I was a little kid, and
Yeah.
then after I turned 42, I just started.
Well, I feel like it's kind of like what Sean said, really. I mean, I know he's making a joke, but I mean, movies tie into your life experience. You know what I mean? So, like, stuff that didn't affect you as a child because you didn't have the experience to kind of base that emotional impact off of, your perspective changes as things change. I mean, we watched A Ghost Story on the show.
That's a
and
really
I think
good
if you
pick,
go
too.
back
That-
and listen to that show, like I broke up. Like I had a hard time talking about it.
Yeah, that
'cause-
was a very somber show for us.
Yeah, I mean that movie to me deals with grief in like one of the most realistic ways I've ever seen, and I'm getting choked up thinking about it. But like that, if I watched that movie when I was, obviously wasn't out, but if I watched that movie when I was 18, I wouldn't have had that same opinion. But through my life experience,
Stupid ghosts.
yeah, I'd been like, this is boring.
How are you forgetting why you're there?
That guy at the dinner scene really made some good points. But yeah, I mean, I think that's that's kind of the beauty of movies, right? Like you get something out of it what you bring into it in a lot of cases.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, now Nate, since we know what makes you cry, what's the movie that's made you laugh the most? What's the funniest movie that you
The
have
Boy
ever
in the
seen?
Straight Pajamas.
Wait, what's the Jerry Lewis one?
The day the clown cried.
Yeah, I think that's.
My mom didn't think Come and See was funny.
It's still, I can't get over that. That's like my favorite show fact in history. Like of all the movies to watch, I'm insane.
This is tough because like.
Yeah,
I laugh more in movies with audiences than I do by myself.
Sure. Oh,
so it's hard to like gauge. Like I laughed a lot at Friendship. I thought that was great.
Oh, so good.
Alec, can I ask a clarifying question?
Yeah.
Is this literally laughing or the movie you thought was the funniest? Because that might be two different questions.
I don't know. Probably I guess the movie you thought was the funniest.
Okay.
Because like my answer for that is Pop Star. Never Stopping.
Sure.
But I don't usually laugh out loud at it anymore. I just in my head think how fucking hilarious and brilliant
I was like that with Hot Rod. Like I don't think it's the funniest movie I've ever seen, but I laughed like shit when I saw it.
Yeah, and to Sean's point, I would say the funniest movie for me would be Spinal Tap, but the movie I laughed the hardest at was Walk Hard. In the theater, I was dying that whole really fucking movie.
That was me and Gogs when we saw Super Troopers. We were like on the floor at that shitty movie theater by his house in Greenville.
In fairness, that's probably the movie I laughed the most at. Because Super Troopers had a big, like, it had a window in my, like, early 20s where it was just, this was the movie that we got stoned and put on, and it was always funny. Yeah. Like, so yeah, I would probably go with Super Troopers.
It wasn't Club Dread. God, I fucking hate that movie.
Or Beer Fest is the other one.
Beer Fest,
which has its moments. It's pretty fun. I think the moment the one guy dies and his twin brother comes in and is just like, "Hey, I'm here."
Let's just call you landfill. It's easier.
Yeah, I love that.
I love Beer Fest. It's just like 2.5 hours long.
Is it really that long?
It's long as shit.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
I feel like this is the point I'll fill in for Gogs where these movies get mentioned and he immediately mentions the Slam and Salmon with
we needed that
fucking dispute in Beirut.
Like, the fracas in Caracas.
That's a fine movie, but there's no way it's like in their top. I mean, I guess maybe their top 3. It's in their top 3. 2.
Yeah.
All right, Nate. What's a movie that generally people don't like? Or it's not critically acclaimed, but you love?
Ooh, okay.
That's a good. These are great.
That's a that's
You've answered
a really
them
good
before.
question.
You've heard all these.
Dude, I don't remember any. You think I remember
Sean
anything?
has answered them, and Gox has answered them, and I've answered them.
You know what's funny, Alec? I was like, I want to do these. I don't think I've done mine yet. I definitely did.
We could do them again. Like some of the answers have probably changed.
Probably.
It's been years since some of us have done them.
I mean, I think I got to go with Starship Troopers because that's a movie that I think is really excellent, but it's never been fully recognized as that. I think it goes through waves of almost getting critically recognized, but I think it's actually like a meaningful movie.
Now Nazis think it's like pro-Nazi. It's hilarious. It cycles.
But yeah, it could be like tons of Verhoeven movies. Actually, I feel that way about because it's just they're all treated like they're B movie fare, and they're all really prescient.
One of the first movies I owned on DVD, Starship Troopers. Yeah.
Okay, here's almost kind of the opposite. What's a movie that you used to love, but you watched recently and you realize you don't really like it anymore?
Xmen Dark Phoenix.
Any X-Men movie, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, Wedding Crashers is a movie that I thought was fun when I saw it, and I saw it with my dad in the theater when it came out. And I always I don't know, I had a fondness for like the buddy dynamic of it.
We all like that movie.
But it was like it seemed like it was a good movie, and I watched it again like I guess a couple months ago, and it was just like, wow, this is not funny, and it's just like cringy as fuck most of the time.
I remember my favorite part of that movie, because I'm such a Homer dumbass, is they mentioned Maryland, because I guess that movie's supposed to take place in Maryland. I was like, oh, I love this
football.
I love this movie. It takes place in Maryland. I'm so stupid.
As you were sniffing your lines of Old Bay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a movie out currently that I'm gonna wait till it comes out on the Plex. But there's a movie, a comedy out, The Baltimoreans. It's supposed to be funny, and it was shot entirely in Baltimore. So
yeah, it was made by a Duplass brother though, and you don't like them.
Oh, I do not like them. Damn, I wish you didn't tell me that.
Oh, sorry.
I like the one Duplass that was on The League, in that show.
He's the one that you don't like the movies he makes. He's the one who made Creep and Creep 2.
Hate that. I fucking hate
3.
Those. Yeah, and the Creep TV show that's coming out. Can't wait for that. Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Just put that on the poster.
All right, Nate. What film means the most to you?
Ooh, what film means the most to me?
Yeah, it's not necessarily it's a good movie or anything, but it has weirdly, a special place in your heart.
Yeah, weirdly, it's like a tie between It's a Wonderful Life and Dirty Dancing, because those were my mom's two favorite movies. And like, first time I watched Dirty Dancing, I was in my 20s, and I watched it with my mom like one Christmas when I went home.
You didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life at Christmas? You watched
because we had already done that. That was played out, but we watched Dirty Dancing. So I just have this strange fondness for that movie, and I actually think Dirty Dancing is a really funny movie because it is kind of like it's all a big joke. Like, look at all these horny, sweaty people swaggering around. It's great.
Okay. So, Nate, what is the sexiest movie you've ever seen?
Ooh. Under the Skin.
Oh, good choice. Great choice.
That's the Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is an alien who's
I get that mixed up with Lucy because she's in both of those.
Jonathan Glazer banger. That guy only makes masterpieces.
Isn't it kind of just the retelling of Species?
I've
never seen it.
Yeah,
kinda.
It's like, but it's got, I don't know, it has like interesting. I think it's more of like the woman who fell to Earth kind of vibe. It's like, hey, this alien comes, and then how does being on Earth corrupt / harm her? I mean, she's not here for good purposes, but yeah. And Sean, you're right. It does say something about me because there's a part of me that just wants to be seduced into a void until I drown forever.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Honestly, there was Scarlett Johansson doing it. Yep. Put me into the void. I don't care. I'm good.
No, because the whole time you'd be like, Colin Jost, really? Like, would you ever be able to get that out of your head?
Yeah. It is always the thought I have. I'm like, God, he's not like that interesting or good looking. What's going on?
No.
Yeah.
He looks like a Temu Joe Burrow.
I love that movie, though. I fucking love that fucking
great
movie.
All right. Moving on. It's the Troubling Boner movie. What's a movie you thought was sexy that you didn't think you should have thought was sexy?
That could be the same answer.
Yeah, I mean,
Irreversible.
Sucker punch.
Sucker punch.
God, yeah, that's, oh man.
That's a tough one.
Nell.
I did see Nell when I was very young.
What was that movie with the fat girl? It was called. What the hell was it called? It was called like I can't even remember. And like Mariah Carey was in it as like the abusive aunt. And
Precious.
Precious, yeah, that's it. Precious.
Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
That's it. I remember it had like a ridiculous BVS-esque title.
Yeah. Jeez. I mean, this is tricky. I guess like. There's the
Air Bears movie.
I think it's Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery in Rising
Sun. Holy shit!
Wow.
Which and here's
Orientalism argument, Nate.
Well, here's the realism behind it. I was in a big Crichton reading phase when I was like 12, 13 years old when that movie came out. So we went to the video store and I insisted on us renting it to watch. And then of course we had our neighbors come over to visit to watch the movie with us. So now I have a blanket across my young lap as the opening sequence of that movie happens, where there's just like naked ladies with sushi all over them, and the guy's like pouring champagne off of a naked woman, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm just growing more and more embarrassed. But also, you're embarrassing boner. You're a kid, like you can't control that shit.
That's terrible.
Much like Phoenix, you can't control it.
Oh my God, that's a great answer.
Speaking of like, it made me think of like horrible times with movies with my mom. I saw Pulp Fiction with her, and mind you, English is not her first language. So at whatever 13 or 12, whenever is that 90? No, it's like later, right? 94.
I think it's like 93 or 94. Yeah.
Yeah, 94.
I have to explain to my mother what eating the holiest of the holies is.
So that's Sean's troubling boner.
Love it.
No, that's still come and see.
What was the movie we watched where like they ate sushi off the woman and then they killed her? Was that Big Trouble in Little Tokyo?
Showdown Little Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah, Showdown Little Tokyo, yeah.
Because Brandon Lee's like very pumped about it.
God, that movie rules.
That's the movie with the fuckcapitation where he's like banging the mob boss, banging that chick and cuts her head off.
That's right. Yeah, great movie. You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. Great line.
Thanks.
Fucking all-time great. That movie fucking rules.
The guy snapped his own neck, sir. All right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Also, Dolph Lundgren was the head of like Asian crime division.
Yeah, he had to teach Brandon Lee how Asians worked.
If he can change, we can change.
God, that movie rocks.
Nate, what is objectively the best movie of all time?
Ooh,
Objectively the best movie of all time. I think I talked about it. I think it's There Will Be Blood. I think it's the best movie that's been made.
Great answer.
It looks beautiful. It's interesting every time you watch it. You get more every time you watch it because you can watch it from a different sort of perspective. And I don't know. I think it's just perfect. It's just a perfect movie.
Hard to argue.
Okay. And what is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Xmen Dark Phoenix.
I mean, I feel like
Alec, is it like Shark Exorcist count, or are you talking about real movies?
I mean, it's objective. It's up to Nate, or it's subjective.
Okay.
Subjective.
Yeah. I think I've got to go with The Whale because that was a movie that like
amen. God damn, I hate
one. It's like it's ugly. It's like the most disgustingly set designed movie I've ever watched, and it just doesn't have any respect or compassion for what it's doing, but it thinks that it does, which makes it inarguably worse. So yeah, I'm gonna go with The Whale.
Amen to that.
All right, last question. Nate, you die, you get a chance to take one movie to heaven with you to show everybody in heaven or hell, wherever you want to go.
You get raptured. You get raptured tomorrow. They were day off.
What movie are you going to take to show everybody?
I'm going to take Spirited Away because that is maybe second place on best movies of all time kind of list, or maybe third. But it's sweet, and it's also about what we all need to know, and it's more relevant the older you get. That you have to remember to like understand that there's magic in the world, don't fuck with it, but also have the courage to keep going. So I go with that.
I love that. That's great. You didn't pick Porco Rosso or whatever is the one that we watched on the show.
Yeah, I mean that one's fine. It's not. It great, was though.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Gogs is with us now. Hi, Gogs.
Oh. Hello, Gogs.
Gogs is
old Gogs
not responding. Can you hear me, Gogs? Oh, you're muted, I guess. We can't hear you. Say something. There we go. Hey,
Sean dropped.
Hey, everybody.
And now we don't have Sean. We lost Sean.
He'll be right back.
We exceeded the weight limit, so one of us had to.
What's up, Gogs?
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, we're just.
I heard you were taking Nate through the movies to be buried with.
Yeah,
movie questions.
Movie questions
nice.
that Alec said that we've all done, but I have no memory of it. But
No, yeah, we definitely. I think we have all done them. It's a great little thought exercise.
We're skipping what we watched this week.
Oh, bro, I've watched so many things.
Hold on to it for next week. You'll have 20 things to talk about next week. All right, guys. I guess that means we gotta get into Dark Phoenix. Gogs, since you're the returning champion,
You're back.
can you tell me what
Yeah,
happened?
Nate, you lucked out. Gogs got here just in time.
This has so
save
little
you.
plot. It's very easy to talk
Yeah,
about.
Gogs, you really missed out last week because Atomic Blonde had so much plot. Poor
Atomic Blonde was thick
was
with
all
plot.
plot.
Like it was all, but it was also punching.
Yeah,
it was like
all plot.
I know we're not talking about stuff we watched, but like I'm just going to say real quick, Atomic Blonde was an 8. I really enjoyed it. Like
I think we
the vibes were amazing, the soundtrack was tremendous, and the ending just got a little bit too much of like I'm a double agent. No, I'm a triple agent. No, I'm a American.
We gave it sevens all around.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just give
It's
it
like that.
Ever
It's
so
like that
slight
scene in The
bump.
Office where Michael and Andy and Dwight are all holding their finger guns at each other.
Right? Yeah.
No, we're all double agents. Now he's a double agent too.
What was the name of Michael's movie? Zero. What was it called?
Threat Level Midnight.
Threat Level
Midnight. Yeah. There's a brewery around here, Sapwood Brewing, that has a Threat Level Midnight. It's like a stout.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty good.
All right, guys.
Nate's birthday tomorrow before you get started.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Happy
thanks.
birthday!
And
Sean's birthday was yesterday.
I know. I gotta be a better friend.
We all do.
I got something I need to mail him, but I need to mail.
That's all good.
This is the problem because Sean's barely on social media. Then I would know what your birthday if it was, Facebook told me. It's the same way. It's the same way I remember my mom's.
Dogs, what happened?
Your burnt rose
in the second Dark Phoenix movie made in 15 years.
Wow. Okay. Man, this sucks. So, all right. The movie opens. Jean Grey screams a car crash into reality. Murders her mom. But that's cool.
Yeah, better mom wish she changed the damn radio station.
Pause.
Right? Yeah, never happens to me. My kids control the radio in my car.
What do your kids like to listen to? Sorry, Sean. I'm just curious.
I make them listen to.
Or no, what Weedus.
They listen to stuff.
That's what it is.
They listen to Weedus.
Weedus? Wait, what is Weedus?
Teenage Dirtbag. Yeah, that song. They like Weird Al. They like Zeppelin. They like Dio. We don't listen to kids.
That's not
stuff.
bad.
We listen to songs that I would tolerate. So
in the language of cinema, when you switch through car radio stations and it plays songs, it's meant to convey usually what time period the movie takes place in. But the songs are from like 30 different years. So like it's just playing songs from across the ages. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a small thing, but it's like emblematic of this entire movie. It's just like trying to be everything and is nothing all at the same time.
This movie won't commit to anything, and so it won't even commit to
it's either A, they're listening to Mix 1065 that has songs from every era.
Jack.
Or Jack. They didn't save any budget for a song budget, so they just had to get the cheapest songs no matter what time frame they were from.
Can I ask a question? Because I genuinely don't remember with these X-Men movies. Was the first class the first class movies that started all these with McAvoy and Fassbender being Professor X Magneto? Were they supposed to be in the same timeline as the Singer movies, or are they completely separate?
They're separate.
I think they're separate.
Besides, Days of Future Past kind of changes the canon, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Days of Future Past, they kind of multiverse.
Okay,
bit, right?
I didn't remember, and I was like, is this supposed to be like is like Jean Grey supposed to be a kid in like the 70s ?
No, they had because in the two movies,
they go to see Star Wars
and X-Men. Right? Magneto has two different origins.
Oh, okay.
And the first X-Men, that's the very first scene with him at the concentration camp. It's like one of the best opening. Like those first two X-Men movies might have sucked. Those opening scenes from both of those movies were absolute bangers. They set a tone that they could not match.
Yeah, in first class they had the Cuban Missile Crisis. I remember that.
And then I think in Apocalypse, like the Marquis, like Return of the Jedi or something. So I guess it's supposed to be like 83.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
guess
would
she
be
would be a
correct,
kid
yeah.
in the 70s, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't remember, and I was like too bothered. I was too bored to like look it up. I was like, I don't care. Like I just was like, whatever.
So right. So now, okay. Jean Grey does that. Flash forward. We're at Xavier's school for gifted tots, and they've been. I guess I never saw Apocalypse, but I guess through between First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, the X-Men have become not pariahs. They have become like lauded heroes of current time. Like everybody's like, hell yeah, X-Men. So uh the space shuttle's out there looking at a cloud, and they're like, oh, space shuttle's in trouble, better send the X-Men. So they send the X-Men to space in an SR-71 Blackbird, which may or may not work. I don't know anything.
That's
But here's what
the X-Men's like ship. They
Yeah.
have it outfitted for space
well, I mean,
travel.
because it was that like Shi'ar technology or some such.
Well,
is that
you
is that
touch on
accurate?
an interesting thing right away. This movie, like the Dark Phoenix stuff ties into the X-Men in the comics, like going into space, being with the Shi'ar. But you take all that away, and it doesn't work. Like none of this works because it like.
Well, I think too, this part of this like horrendous plot mush was like that Fox Marvel deal, because I think
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain, it's her, right? Not Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, it's Jessica Chastain.
It is Jessica Chastain.
She's meant to be a Skrull, and I think originally they were supposed to be Skrulls, but they told them no.
Oh, well, that
Because
makes
like
Yeah, there's
somehow
there's something like scrolling.
yeah, Marvel, even though Fox had the Fantastic Four, there's some reason why Marvel retained the Skrull rights, or there's some kind of weird like
I think
fucking
that
negotiation.
this movie occurred during like the takeover.
Yeah, this
They
was.
said they refilmed the whole third act,
You can tell.
but like I think this happened. This movie was in production during the takeover, so Marvel might have just said, "No, fuck you. You're not using
Yeah.
Skrulls. Change the name. Do some reshoots."
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the problem, one of the problems with this movie is that it sets
One
up
of
false
the
stakes.
The
It sets up
problem.
false stakes immediately, right? Because there's this whole back and forth between Beast and
Oh, God,
Mystique
yeah.
about like, oh, I don't know, the X-Men plane isn't designed to go into space. Those are for forward motion, not lift. And it's like,
Yeah,
why are
but-
we even bringing this up if it's not going to be a problem at all?
Yeah, and
Like,
then they
don't
get
have an
this-
issue getting into space.
They get into space, and that's fine. So
Yeah.
who cares? Like you could have just cut all that out.
But they
Who
just keep
cares?
doing that where people are having these brief asides, like we're going to set up a problem and there's not a problem.
This movie
it's wasteful.
loves just needless conversation. That's like this movie. This movie felt like what the Attack of the Clones. It just felt like talking for talking's sake, and then stuff happened.
It's like
it
a
was-
drunk history version of Dark Phoenix where people are just like, remember the
I guess the better question is like, and I texted this to the guys yesterday. I think there's 7 X-Men movies. 2 of them are Dark Phoenix movies, like not including the bit in the end of X2. So like, why? This is the Star Wars thing, right? You could do anything. There's a million different fucking X-Men stories. Like you could make something up, but like, why are we going back to this? We already did it, and it sucked the first time they did it, and somehow they did it even worse the second time.
Yeah, and not to mention that like they can't, like if you're gonna do it, like do it, because both iterations of this make it into like, well, this is 1/3 of the movie is the entire Dark Phoenix saga, and it's like, no, this should be like, if you're gonna do it, this should be like a 2-movie arc.
Yeah.
Where we have stakes and we give a shit and we see
and you-
Jean like evolve, but we don't
and
get any
Also,
of that.
You
not for
also
nothing,
you
in the comic book, she kills an entire planet worth of people.
yeah.
Like the stakes are humongous.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, again, I just go back, like, so there's a certain amount of bullshit you can take in a comic book movie, but, like, you didn't establish any of the space shit in X-Men. X-Men comic, everybody knows, everybody here has read a bunch of X-Men comics. The space shit is important in X-Men comics because you establish the Shi'ar, you establish the Kree, you establish the Skrulls. That's, like, a known thing. But you can't just throw this like galaxy spanning space shit at the end of your X-Men movies when you've never touched on that before, ever. And I would go so far as to say that as much as they're fantastical, these X-Men movies, they're still kind of in that weird, like post like Nolan thing where they kind of are grounded, so it just doesn't work.
Yeah, like is anybody going to argue if she just develops Phoenix powers? Like,
right? Yeah. Why isn't it just like a second mutation of her powers? Why does it have to be space related? Anyway, go ahead, guys. Sorry.
I know we're 10 seconds into this movie.
Yeah. I really hated this movie. Like, you could dissect every single scene in this fucking movie.
So they go to space. Spaceship, fucking space shuttle hits a cloud. It gets fucking whacked. So they send the X-Men up there, and they're like, "Hey, Storm, there's no atmosphere, but freeze all the cracks."
This really fucking made you mad.
Yeah, Storm. The following X-Men are completely useless in this film: Storm, Nightcrawler, Quicksilver.
Yeah. So
Cyclops.
like they send Quicksilver up to grab all the astronauts, right?
Without any fucking the space shuttle
falling apart
is disintegrating.
You know what's really funny? Like, I remember bitching before because when they took Kelsey Grammer, Beast, and Mystique and Nightcrawler, and they wouldn't put them in the same movie because they're like, that's too much blue. Like, TJ's too much black, sir. Yeah. I was like, that's stupid. But when they're sitting in the spaceship all together, I'm like,
too much blue.
Too much blue.
Well, here's the thing though. They send Quicksilver to grab all the astronauts, and then Nightcrawler bamps them back to the spaceship, right? So then they're like, oh shit, the ship's getting too hot and it's gonna explode, but we left one guy over there. Why wouldn't you just send Quicksilver back? He can do things in like a fraction of a second. Like, why wouldn't you just do it over again? Like, it makes no sense.
Because the movie wouldn't happen.
Like, so
right, exactly.
The movie has to happen.
Right,
yeah.
then the movie, because the movie has to happen. So now, okay, we bamf in. Quicksilver holds his breath in space, I guess, zips around the room, gets all the astronauts, gets back to Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler bamps him back. They're like, hey, fucking
Quicksilver's powers canonically work in space. Like, does he have to run against something just out of curiosity?
One would
I didn't even think about that.
He's not Cannonball.
Yeah.
Like, he's not generating propulsion.
That's a good point.
Like,
Cannonball, aka Rocket Ass.
He is nigh invulnerable.
He's nigh invincible. He's also an external.
Yeah.
Oh God. Eternal.
Excuse me, Eternals.
I think Externals is one of their weird secondary books that they had for a short period.
It was.
Wasn't he also one of the ones that Apocalypse had? Like, they had to make the 12 or whatever, where you had to suck them all off out of those machines. Nobody. Okay.
Sounds about right.
I'm into it. I just don't know.
Absolutely right.
I don't have a yes and, but I agree.
That's the storyline where Archangel gets created. Yeah.
You know, for how much I know about X-Men, which is like an ungodly amount, I still know about 10% of what is actually out there.
Sure.
And I consider myself to know quite a bit.
Yeah, same.
And like sometimes shit, like Sean says something, I'm like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. And I've read X-Men comics for literally like 40 years. And I have no idea what you're talking about. X-Men is dumb. I love them, but they're dumb.
There's some dumb shit in there for sure.
Remember Maggot?
Do I?
Yes, of course.
Of course I do.
What was it? What about Skin?
Oh, dude, I remember.
Skin,
dude,
Flesh?
hold on. Don't be bad mouthing Skin. Generation X was a fucking banger book. That book was great.
What about Chamber?
Chamber.
Ooh.
You're naming all the Generation X characters.
His whole fucking shit apart.
Yeah,
That's
Chamber.
tragic.
Yeah,
dude, Generation.
Yeah, Chamber. He fucked his jaw's gone. Right, he's just like an energy.
Well, basically,
man.
his powers were the only thing keeping him alive. Because his
How
whole.
have we not done that Generation X pilot somehow? Have we not worked that in somewhere?
I used to have it on
like
VHS. I taped it off of TV.
Okay.
He's like Darth Revan or Malik. He's just holding himself together with hate.
You love that character. You bring him up all the time.
Well, it's one of the best things they've ever done in Star Wars.
Agreed.
So anywho, they're like, all right, Captain Steve's still working on the airlock. All right, well, let's bamf fucking. So Mystique utilizing her only mutant power that is useful in this scenario, which is thinking, I suppose. She's like, hey, we're not doing that. We're going to save the team. And Jean Grey's like, never mind. I'll handle it I can hold the ship together, but I can only do it from the inside. So
for
they
reasons. Again,
Yeah, similarly
for
reasons.
reasons.
So fucking Nightcrawler duct tapes a space helmet to himself. That's not how that works. They bamf back in there. She like holds the ship together. They bamf the captain out. Then she just gets like she sees the wave of energy coming in hot. So she just like, I'll just suck it up. And so she do. Now, meanwhile, back on Earth, we're able to arrange for like a presidential like reception for all of them landing the SR-71 Blackbird back at, let's just say, NASA. Right. And everyone walks off and everybody's got their
NASA.
There's enough time between this rescue and re-entering Earth's atmosphere for children to paint themselves blue and make signs so that they can herald the X-Men coming off of the ship. Everybody's happy.
Also, there's a subplot that does, like Nate just said, there's so many subplots that are just there that go nowhere. There's this subplot where like Charles Xavier is like enamored with being a celebrity that's like briefly touched on but never goes anywhere.
Yeah, he becomes like a toxic like sports dad.
And Mystique is like, "Hey, you're pushing the kids too hard," and he's like, "I'll tell them when I've had enough."
Yeah,
right. Yeah, also, they'll get orange slices when I say
also,
so.
They Gog, that's part of what Nate was talking about, but they also have the Z plot of sisters doing it for themselves. Like, they should call it the X women. It's like. And then,
it was very.
But then Nate's point was
the men enough?
The plot of this movie is like you can't let women have power because they're too emotional. Like, which is the express.
I didn't see it that way. Yeah, no, that's very, very astute, very misogynistic.
Yeah,
Nate.
well
done.
I understand where Fox makes its money.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, anywho, they're back on Earth now. Jean Grey's full of whatnot. She's horny. Scott doesn't know
this is also the only part of the movie I liked because Dazzler's in it, and shout out to Dazzler.
They're
having a woods party.
They're like, hey, way to save the astronauts. We're canceling the rest of class and go have a rave. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Dazzler uses her disco powers and then there's a musical number
out of nowhere. Also, like, I don't know, the Xavier School in this movie is very strange because there's like simultaneously hundreds of kids, but then like 5, and it's very weird. Like, I don't know, and then Beast and Mystique are like watching them party from a camera, like very odd. Like,
there's cameras in the woods. They're like, remember when we were kids?
And we're all, like, as an audience, like, I don't know how old you're supposed to be. The timeline in this movie makes no sense.
Canonically, can Beast unbeast himself? Because that upset me.
I know nobody at home can see this, but every time I saw Nicholas Hoult as regular Nicholas Hoult, I did the fucking taxes or the money. The finger thing means the taxes. Yeah.
Like what powers does he? Does he only get Beast powers in Beast mode?
If I'm doing the movie favors, I want to say they in one of the movies. They introduced he had some way to like unbeast himself.
That was the second one because Xavier was using it to dampen his power so he could walk.
That's right. Yeah.
So it just clenches his anus.
But we all know the real reason because they didn't want to have fucking Nicholas Hoult and that fucking beast makeup the whole time. Because also that beast makeup sucks.
It's awful.
Well, and you can also tell that Jennifer Lawrence filmed everything she could in the makeup, and then they did because when they get off, when they finally do land and they go to the press conference or whatever, like there's way too long before then they do like the worst version of the effect for the blue going away.
Yeah, and also it's so funny because like Jennifer Lawrence in this movie, you could tell she was just like, I'm fucking out. Like she had like fucking Bon Jovi Friday fucking vibes throughout this thing. She's like,
I gotta go make mother exclamation point. Like I can't be tying myself down to this.
Just keep this in mind when they're filming this. She's like, I have to go home to Darren Aronofsky. Yeah, think about that. You're talking about what's his name, the SNL guy. Yikes! She dated Darren Aronofsky. Ugh.
Well, she's daring to make a bad movie, so here we are. So everyone gets back. Everybody's like, I don't know, kids shit. Fucking the Phoenix is horny and angry and crackly, and she like slaps Scott around and then goes into a coma. Yeah. And then
Scott
Professor X is like, I got to see into
Scott,
her
and
mind.
I don't know if we were recording right. So the Scott who doesn't wear his like he wears the visor all the time.
He never wears the glasses. Like he doesn't wear the ruby
He
quartz
probably
glasses.
misses his old glasses.
He looks fucking.
Yes.
He's also like and like I said this in our text chain, but like I'm 5'7", Ty Sheridan's 5'8", fucking Cyclops needs to be 6'2". Like I mean, like
I think
Wolverine's allowed to
Sophie
be short.
Turner
like
is taller than he is.
Oh, Sophie Turner could like just like dunk on him. Like he couldn't post
also,
up on her like inside.
I feel really bad for Sophie Turner. I think she's a fine actress. I mean, she was great in Game of Thrones, but she is awful in this. I mean, she's not like there's good actors in this movie. They've done
nobody's good in this movie.
It might be the poster child for accent check ruining your acting ability.
Oh yeah,
like everybody in this movie has an accent they're trying to wrangle on top of this terrible dialogue, and it goes poorly for everyone.
True.
All right. So Professor X is like, I need to use Cerebro to get into her brain, and you come with me. And then okie dokie. So Beast and fucking Mystique are in Jean's mind, and like, what's all this? He's like, these are all the mental blocks I put in her to make her be better. And they're like, well, that's not fucking kosher. Well, she's whatever's in her is making that go away. Uh-oh, whoopsie daisy. Then she wakes up and she's like, I'm gonna go find my dad. So because he's still alive.
Professor X lied to her and told
Professor X thinks that it's okay to like Kennedy daughter her and be like, oh, you've got mental issues? We're just gonna lobotomize you to make it possible to work with you.
Like
right, but you represent you're a 3-star prospect or whatever, so we're not gonna let you slip through our fingers.
You're not going to the mutant portal when you're done your tenure at the Xavier school.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is not.
Since God's mentioned,
you're not getting that money. You're not buying a Hellcat. Like, let's figure this out.
God's mentioned Cerebro. I just want to take a moment to recognize how shitty this movie looks. Considering it cost $200 million. Like, it looks like they made it the day after they made X2. Like the effects look almost entirely the same. It is unbelievable.
It looks like a telenovela or a telenovela.
Nope, you got it right the first time.
Does that mean new TV? Telenuevo? Yeah.
Well, it looks like something off of the W.
Yeah, all the sets look cheap plastic, and like if you turn the camera slightly, be like, oh, that was painted to look like an angle, and there's nothing there. It's a North Korean showtown.
It looks so bad.
Well, once again, like I don't understand shot composition, but I know that this wasn't good. Like this is shot in ways that I would have. They've made every wrong choice.
There's
anyway,
no depth.
So
they look like color forms. Like everybody's like kind of standing in a line, and like I know it's Dark Phoenix, but I didn't think it was dark because they didn't have any lights on. This movie is incredibly dark. Like
we didn't get a single Bad Boys 2 low sweep. Like nothing.
It is
like,
incredibly boring.
Yeah, the action is the most boring action I've seen in any.
Oh my god!
Visually, it's a chore to watch, and it's audibly it's a chore to listen to, so that's 2 out of 3 for I guess it didn't smell bad. Anyway, so now she goes to see her dad. Her dad's like, oh, I low-key hate you, Jean, because you killed my wife and I sent you away. And she's like, oh shit. And then the X-Men show up with the army.
No, it's not the army at first. It's police, which makes no sense because she has done nothing. She showed up at her dad's house. Her dad never had time to call the police, but for some reason, the police show up, and it's like, then she attacks the police, then the X-Men show up, but to Nate's point from earlier, she attacks the police so the movie can happen, because there's no reason for them to be there. Like, you couldn't write in, like, she fucking, I don't know, kicked a fucking dog on her way in or something. Like, there's no
The police
reason.
can't also have developed some kind of mutant tracking thing that, like, to keep an eye on them.
Or they could have just been like, we're just randomly patrolling this meth neighborhood that's clearly a meth neighborhood in this shitty city that we're using.
Dr. Gray is spending all of his money on prescription pharmaceuticals. Like, I don't know what's going. You just give her an energy blast that they see, like anything.
Yeah. They should.
Or just isn't there isn't there like a federal agency that was like in charge of like keeping an eye on them, like something a striker was
in the movies?
Maybe
that's who
like,
knows.
No. I mean, like
later on they had
X-Men.
what's it called?
The Office of National
OEM
Emergency
or something.
Yeah, where they had the sentinels outside the mansion.
Yeah.
Just have it so like when they detect power spikes, they're like, well, better deploy them. But anyway,
to everybody else's point, everything in this movie just kind of happens. Like,
yeah. So anyway, she's in Columbus, Ohio. She fucking like starts nuking the place. The X-Men show up, the police show up. She hurts Quicksilver. They try and say, settle down, bitch, and it didn't work out. And
also her veins light up like Commander Shepard when he does all the bad choices.
Yeah, when you made all the bad
just
choices.
so you know that she's bad. Like you couldn't tell from
Brought
the
to you by
context.
BioWare.
Also, she kills Mystique in the dumbest way possible for a shapeshifter to die.
So wait, I had a question about that, right? Because like I was like, couldn't she just shift her organs around like the zone? Like I don't know what
just to tell you, in the comics, she's literally done that before. Like she's been like shot and stabbed,
but she doesn't like.
I think Wolverine has stabbed her
like
at least 100 times.
Yeah,
but like she can't change forms. Is she just goop? Like she just
it's never really
canonically.
I mean, she can change into anything she wants.
I think this is like a,
but she's not random, right? Like she can't just like make her arms.
Shout out to random. Hell yeah.
I think random gets a lot of play on this show.
Dude, shout out to random. What about Bushwhacker? You got any feelings on Bushwhacker?
I think and I could be wrong, but I think Mystique it's like a similar mass situation. Like, I don't think she can turn into like a golf ball or some shit like that. If that's what your question is.
Well, she's not Mr. Fantastic, is my point, right? She can't just like
Plastic Man.
Well, anyway, so she gets like impaled on, I don't know, a pallet.
Which again, like they show it in the most boring way possible, because then we're just like, oh, and then we pan down to we put some sticks around her stomach.
Yeah,
you get
it.
Yeah,
but also she got either teleported or I don't know how she got there faster than an SR-71 Blackbird, like the fastest plane ever made in production, but she did it. She goes ham. Also, side plot, at a dinner party in the Hamptons, a bunch of like tree people show up and decide now is the time to become Jessica Chastain and try and revitalize the Dabari Empire because that ship was hanging out in the atmosphere watching the clouds.
Dude, the scene later in the movie where they're like, we were watching you, and the fucking ship is right next to theirs.
It's as big as the Earth. It is so big.
So they send like parallel park next to their spaceship. It's like we were there the whole time. It's like that
scene in Cloverfield where they don't notice the monster until they like look up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I have a demand in storytelling from now on. Movies need to stop using the dog is barking as the signal for something is wrong in the woods,
it's so annoying,
or something is wrong somewhere. One, because I love dogs and it's bullshit that they keep getting killed for this stupid.
Yeah, Wolfie got it.
But it's also just so lazy because you could come up with literally 1,000 reasons why she has to leave the table. Also, she doesn't have to leave the table for this to work. There's like 50 wood people who could all just swarm the building and it wouldn't matter that she's out there alone.
To Sean's point, the scene is meaningless anyway. Like it establishes there's aliens, but you could have literally just showed the aliens like fucking walking down the street and grabbing some people.
Is Jessica Chastain supposed to be like? Did they target her because she has some sort of clearance?
No, they're not. They're nobody, and she doesn't even try to She doesn't even try to pretend that she's herself. She enters and immediately stabs her husband in the stomach. Like there is no pretense.
She's just there to deliver the trailer line of "Your world will be destroyed" or whatever they always say.
Yeah.
Also, like to Nate's dog barking, meaning danger rule. Like if you went by that in real life. Like Nate's dogs have barked at me like consecutively for several minutes at a time. Yeah. And he's never stabbed me thinking I was a Skrull.
Not yet, no,
not yet. But they could.
That's what a Skrull would say, or Skrill, or whatever these. Whatever these like
Dabari is what they are.
Also, I know you're going to get to it in about 2 seconds, but I can't wait. How many times are we going to have the Magneto? I don't want to fight you. I just want to be left alone. Like,
hold on now.
How many movies is that?
Before we get to that. Because after the scene Gotch just talked about, Jean Grey just like shoots off into the air, right? Like Superman. She just flies off into the air. Again, in the comics, she can fly, but it's always been kind of described. She kind of like floats. She doesn't like, she can't like, she's not Superman. Anyway, So she just
She's not
shoots off.
Cannonball.
She's not she's
Well, she has Phoenix
okay.
feet.
Anyway,
whatever
so she
now,
flies
so.
off into the air. Then the next scene, she's just crying in an alley, like about how she doesn't know how to control her powers. Then they're just at, I don't know, Genosha or whatever. And it's like, she just pops up there. Like, it's literally, I said it in the analog thread, but she reminds me so much of Aaron Taylor Johnson in Godzilla, because in that movie, he just kind of shows up in plot appropriate places and it makes no sense. That's exactly like this movie, because like she's at her dad's crack house, then she flies away, then she's crying in an alley, then she's in Genosha, and it's like, the fuck?
Which, what a shitty excuse for Genosha that is.
Yeah, this was bad.
That makes me. That might make me more angry than anything else in that movie.
I mean, I don't know if they ever call it Genosha, but that's clearly what it's supposed to be.
I read the IMD or the something. That's what it's supposed to be.
TJ's point about whatever the fuck he was. The Shi'ar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's in there for the fans. One, they don't name it, and two, who gives a shit? Because like Genosha has this huge backstory, and that's why it's important to them. They're just in a field somewhere. Like, who cares? Make it his old field in Poland or wherever the fuck they had the same scene the last movie.
It's dumb. It's all dumb.
Poor Magneto.
Dude,
Fassbender deserves better,
is trying his ass off in this movie, but even he sucks in this fucking movie.
Because he's had the same dialogue for 4 movies in a row. He's probably tired of saying the same shit over and over.
So, like, this whole scene where, like, Jean Grey shows up to talk to Magneto, and then, like, Magneto is, like, aggro with her for, like, no reason, because he's like, who did you kill? And it's like, Magneto, you've killed, like, thousands of people at this point. It's just such a weird scene. It doesn't make any sense.
But then they have a helicopter.
No, this is my funny part. The funniest part of this scene is the government shows up at Genosha because Jean Grey attacks some cops. So again, the only reason the cops are there is because so they could come up with an excuse why the government was dispatched to Genosha.
It's almost like if you sent National Guard troops to DC because some guy named Big Balls got carjacked by a 13-year-old.
I hate the reality we live in, but yes.
Have you guys seen it was a TikTok, I think.
I love
right after Charlie Kirk got shot. That was my favorite. And it was Magneto from Days of Future Past when he gets shot in the neck.
Oh yeah,
like, this is how you take a shot in the neck. And he's like lifting up sentinels and shit.
Now Sinclair Broadcasting is going to have the podcast banned.
Oh no!
Yeah,
we won't replace us Fox podcasts anymore.
Sorry, God.
So now the government's there. No, it's fine. This movie sucks. They have a helicopter fight.
This helicopter fight is so stupid because
they're both just like.
Well, that's the thing. That's the other thing. Like, if you're Michael Fassbender and somebody's like, "Hey, you're going to be in this X-Men movie contractually because we're making you. Now we need to do 60 takes of you looking like you're constipated, trying to hold a helicopter."
Right. So, like, for those of you at home, it's literally Magneto using his magnetic powers to try to keep this helicopter afloat, and then Jean Grey using her Phoenix powers to try to fight Magneto, and it's both just them making like angry faces and throwing their hands in the air. It looks so fucking stupid.
It's like that South Park where they all have psychic powers and they're fighting each other.
Yeah,
like I get it. And this is the Cyclops touching his visor for everybody, but this is the 7th X-Men movie. Like, we don't need to see them pantomiming their powers. Like, we get it already.
It's so bad.
We get it.
Like, either make it more kinetic or don't worry about it. Don't do this
so
weird
bad.
in between.
Well, and again, this movie can't spend any money to actually show, like, you know, like, I don't know, like energy coming from Magneto's hands or something like in the comics.
$200 million. Like, it's crazy.
But it
like,
looks like shit.
How do you spend all that money and not have the bird at some point?
Yeah, I don't know. Good. I didn't even think about that. You're right. You never have the actual Phoenix bird.
So anywho, they have a helicopter fight about it. Some troops get away. Magneto's like, get the fuck out, and she's like, all right. So then she goes to a bar and she does the Emma Frost thing where she doesn't look like herself to other people, but then DeBarge shows up and they're like, hey, we know who you are. Give me the power because your cloud destroyed my planet. And he's like, oh, she's like, oh, all right, maybe. Meanwhile, Beast is like, hey, Professor X, I don't feel good about anything that's happening. I'm gonna go fucking do something about it because I miss Raven or some such. So then they go
It's better
to
dialogue. I miss
Yeah,
Raven
that-
or
it's
something.
much better dialogue.
In that scene too, like McAvoy just like rolls up and gets a bottle of whiskey and pours himself one. This is
Yeah.
moments after they've just had a funeral for maybe the most important mutant in this series.
Yeah,
And they're like, and he's just like throwing it back. Like,
yeah.
whatever. What are you upset about, Hank?
This
Like,
is one of the many like
absurd.
horrible scenes in this fucking movie where it's just like it's. Go ahead, Sean.
This is very stupid, but I also can't tell in the language of the movie like how big Sophie Turner's tits are supposed to be, because sometimes they have her laying down and they're like all pressed up and gigantic, and sometimes they're not, and like I don't know what they're trying to convey there, but I had to like go like look up her topless things in there to gauge what size her tits actually are. It was very distracting. Like there's a scene where because it's like the X-Men's greatest hits. It's like we got to do the infirmary scene, we got to do the Cerebro scene, we got to do the Magneto I don't want to fight you scene. We do that twice. This movie has flashbacks to earlier in the movie for I don't know 20% of the runtime, where they're constantly flashing back to Charles with his like stupid wig talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like everything is just a vehicle to get you to something you've already seen 3 times in somewhat better movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have we gotten
Anyway.
to the dreadlock dreadlock mutant yet?
The dread lobster or whatever.
Also,
yeah, so we're
to
gonna
Alex's point, I think Alex said earlier, Sean, I can't remember who said it, but it's X-Men. There's thousands of characters. You could do anything you want, and you pick, hey, I'm going to make a mutant that can control his dreadlocks. Like,
it reminds me of that one guy from the Skull Kill Crew.
Oh,
yeah.
Good
Anyway,
comment.
so now Hank McCoy is like, well, I'm gonna go see Magneto about it, and then they're like, meanwhile, the aliens are trying to tell Jean Grey like we can help you out. Then they all show up in New York and have a fight about it, and fucking
to Nate's
Nightcrawler
point,
like teleports
the action
everyone in.
sequence here is so bad. It's so
Like
bad.
there's like and like at some point like Cyclops is using his like Cyclops canonically, right, can like level cities if he were to open his eyes full.
Yeah, he's
right?
super powerful. Yeah.
And like he has to take 9 shots to destroy like the lid of a trash can that someone's holding.
There's a scene where he shoots Jessica Chastain with his I-beam, and just to talk about how shitty this movie looks and how they don't really understand what's going on visually. Like the beam hits her, it kind of stops, and then like half a beat later she flies away instead of the beam like pushing her. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
right, because his I-beams are force based.
They're not heat based. They're force based. And I want to say there's a comic where Cyclops, I think it's either Juggernaut, I don't know, it's some huge villain. He like does like a full blast and knocks like Juggernaut into like another country. Like he's like,
well, I can just remember, I forget which. I think it's a comic. It's one of those. It might be the one with the guy from Break World or one time.
It has that great panel where it's all red for a whole panel.
Yeah,
right. Like because like a half dead Sentinel came back to life because Cerebro was going ham, and then he just took off his visor, and it just like I think Wolverine's response was, "Oh, that's why you're in charge," because it just like destroyed everything.
Great stuff.
Like Cyclops' character has really been rehabilitated over the last like 20 years or so, but they have no idea what to do with him in this movie.
No,
or anybody.
No, he's barely. He's
part of the problem is he's Ty Sheridan is
he's a manlet.
Yeah,
I mean he's great in Ready Player One, but
I was gonna say
that. He spent everything there. Like he used all of his points in Ready Player One.
Fucking Tarlax or what the fuck was his name in that movie?
Oh,
Parsival.
Yeah.
Parsival.
I mean, Cyclops is just a fart in the wind in this movie. Like,
but to be fair, all the X-Men suck in this movie. Like none of them.
No. I don't think anybody's cast well in this. They're all like not. They don't look right in a way that I don't want to be shitty about it. But even like Sophie Turner isn't delivering Jean Grey the way that you would want. No. It just all feels. It feels like a cosplay movie, not a real movie that's been made intentionally.
There's such an unearned emotional beat in this movie where Magneto takes out this old dusty box and he takes out the fucking Magneto helmet. And you're supposed to be like, oh shit, it's like the John Wick moment where he breaks the fucking floor to get his guns, and it's like, I don't care.
Well, then that just immediately gets destroyed. So
also Magneto is incredibly stupid to think that he can go against like the fucking power cosmic. He's like, what was his plan there? Like,
just let Sophie Turner be British, let Jean Grey be British. Like, who
cares?
Gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
So they have a big fight about it. Fucking, I think this is the scene where Xavier gets like puppeted around like a marionette, and then he like helps unlock her memories to realize that she killed, like she's, whatever mental blocks get pulled away, and then Jessica Chastain, alien lady's like, hey, let me fucking take this power from you. Okay, I
don't know why,
good, but then
this unlocked a meme that I saw where like it was like, remember when Professor X got dirty, and there was some old X-Men comic from the 70s, and they were trying to defeat Magneto, and they got his helmet off, and Professor X flooded Magneto's memories with the Holocaust, and it's like, Jesus Christ, Charles, like, calm down.
Well, I just, before I get off the accent thing, I just wanted to like point out, like, Storm, that lady. It's like,
God.
Can you do a Kenyan accent? And she's like, Martian Chinaman is the best I got. They're like, go ahead and do it.
So I guess the government's able to show up to this mutant fight and subdue the mutants. So like the aliens get away, Jean gets away. They subdue all of the mutants with power collars or something. I missed it. And they like load them on.
And they put them in a fucking transport.
They put them on a train.
They've done that before,
right?
yeah.
But then the aliens like attack the train, but Phoenix is Jean on the train?
I don't even remember.
She's in the train because they got her like knocked out still. They have her like
right. Like they got her mentally shattered. So they're like, all right, we need this. There's a big fight. People get annihilated. The aliens just eat a million shots.
These aliens also look like shit. When they like transform into like their alien form, they look like the most generic, like Chat GPT, show me an alien you've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad.
Then the Phoenix turns it around. She annihilates the aliens. She takes Jessica Chastain on a magic carpet ride to space, explodes, and then they name a school after her. And that's the movie.
Oh, hold on. You forgot the beautiful coda where...
Well, hang on. I want to touch on Magneto levitating the guns and shooting them again, even though it looks like absolute dog shit. Like, if you're at the point 7 movies in where you can't think of anything to do with their powers that's new, tell a story. Like, bring it down a little bit and make the movie actually about something.
Objectively, Magneto
comics.
could like...
The comics have done a billion cool things with his powers. Like, just steal something from one of them.
Here's the thing:
would do more damage if he threw the guns at them full speed.
Right.
Like, he has the ability to like... He could
pull the iron out of their fucking blood. Like,
yeah, he gave...
Well, we don't know if they have iron.
Well,
we're in a moving train.
Humans, aren't they? They're humans with alien...
No, they're Dabari. They are in human form, but they're made of wood. Where they like,
well, that seems even
where they showed up out of like.
But yeah, I mean the thing, like, they're in a moving train.
And tell us about your moving train.
All of the aliens are coming through one end of the train toward them. Magneto can control metal, could just seal off the end of the train where they're coming in, break it free, and they can continue speeding forward while the back of the train slows down. And I don't know. It's the movie's just...
He could grab the Eiffel Tower and smash them with the back. Like, he could,
he's given, in the comics, he's given people, like, he uses powers to give people strokes.
Yeah.
Like,
what happened to the iron in your blood grows heavy? Remember that thing he used to do in the comics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
Well,
they did it in the first one.
X-Men.
Or the second one.
He broke out
And that was
because, like,
fucking
what's her
awesome.
name?
She injected the
Mystique had, like,
she seduced the guard that injected him with
yeah.
iron oxide or something.
I mean,
yeah. Gandalf was like,
Oh,
"You've got
I
too
was-
much iron today."
No, I was talking
And then
about-
that's pretty good. That was a pretty
Yeah,
good
that was
Ian
good.
McKellen there.
No,
it's also my Deckard Cain.
He could
I'm
actually, like-
Deckard Cain.
he could actually like manipulate the iron in your blood in the comics. They got real crazy with it and actually like make people pass out. I mean, there's again,
Yeah.
not to keep beating on this, it's like you can do anything and you choose to do the same shit you've already done, but
Yes,
worse.
Bishop,
Every
I'm going
choice
to make
is
you
boring.
anemic.
Right.
Yeah. Right. You're going to be very
I
tired
mean, that's
about
kind of the whole
this.
point of Magneto, right? Like, he's so fucking powerful because there's metal everywhere. There's
Bro, he
But he can like control the poles,
that
right?
one time.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, to be fair, that was Ultimatum, and that shit sucked.
yeah.
No. I was thinking of what was the end of the Grant Morrison run?
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
Zorn.
Zorn. Yeah, the Zorn shit.
but like, isn't like Magneto's like one of like it's like Magneto, Jean Grey, Storm. They're like the class
they're
9,
Omega
like the most
Omega level
powerful
mutants. Yes.
Yeah.
Iceman.
But anyway,
Franklin
he just
Richards.
shoots some guns at him. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It all ends.
Like he
and
uses
then they
his
explode in
powers
space.
to use objects that are worse than the powers he's using to manipulate them.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
totally.
And I guess the other thing is like, so all the aliens die. I guess did they just leave the ship unmanned? Is there like a crew up in space going, "Hey guys," like just tapping a mic? Like, where do we stand on the Phoenix Force? Like, are we cool here?
we ran out of movie.
Yeah,
This is a movie. No, that's a great thing to say. This movie really did run out of movie because, like, it just kind of ends. Like, the whole movie just kind of happens and then it just kind of ends.
Well,
Yeah.
it
When
does
I- when
touch
I
on
was-
the framed picture of Mystique on the desk, which I'll never get over. I need to put that in my office on the desk.
I don't know why, but the way you just said that, TJ, when I was in college,
Yeah.
I was in some class and we had to make presentations. And this kid made a PowerPoint, and he got like halfway through, and it was just no more slides. And he's like, "Well, I guess that's the end." He just went and sat down.
Hell yeah.
And
Mic
that's kinda
drop.
like this. That's just kind of like this. Like, well, I guess that's it.
And that guy's name was Simon Kinberg. He went to your college.
We didn't all go to Gudger College.
Oh, this movie is so ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the thing is, like,
Yeah,
Dark
but yeah,
Phoenix
but then
could
it-
be a good movie.
again,
this-
if you
This
if
could,
you set it
this
up
could be a good
properly-
movie if this movie was just about like Jean and Scott, and it like what I would do is I would start the movie on they're like taking their first vacation together as boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're just having an intimate moment so that we can feel something for them. Because
Oh,
like,
yeah. a Marvel
they're at that
swimsuit
beach where
edition.
the Punisher posed for the swimsuit issue.
And Namor,
yeah.
which
Namor.
Gogs is a big fan of. Gogs loves that Namor one.
because there's just like there's no same like similar to Atomic Blonde. There's
He's
no
always
emotional
swimming.
resonance.
Like, why
in
is he
this.
not in that all the time?
I like Nate because he wants to make Before Sunset with Cyclops and
I
Jean
love it.
Grey.
But I think
love
that
it.
would be cool if they're like if
It
we
would be.
give a shit about them and then she starts slowly changing in a way that's interesting, where it's like
Yeah.
she's just
Make it-
horned up and we're all kind of into that for a little bit because
And
that's
like
how
you
the
can't
comics
tell
go.
if Cyclops is just
Make it
Cyclops is
make it
just-
true romance, and Cyclops is trying to get her
That's
away
not
from
bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Professor
okay.
Not bad at all.
You
There's a
see
lot
it-
of
you're
ways to
seeing
make
it-
this cool.
You're seeing it from Cyclops' POV, but he's got PTSD from whatever the last 8 movies, so you're never sure if she's actually like that or he's just going crazy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
anything that
movie.
made this about like
anything.
something changing that because this just
Like a
keeps throwing
personal, like,
ensemble and
personal
everything.
conflict
It's like
of- yeah.
it's like trying to make like a soup and you just keep throwing shit in it instead of tasting it ever. Like
And just keep
got a
adding
stew
water
going, brother.
constantly.
A
Yeah.
bone, some water, some potatoes and
You
onions.
got a stew going there, buddy.
I didn't touch a day of my per diem.
Nate
I go to
Piccolo
craft
presents
service.
Strange Darlings and X-Men story.
And Burger King's what a great value.
It
really is.
But
this movie is about nothing. This is a movie with no themes, no story.
But it's on paper, it's about like the most powerful thing in the universe. So how do you make something that powerful
But to Nate's point, you never feel that power, right? You never to Sean said earlier, in the fucking comic books, I think she destroys like a galaxy. I think it's even more than a planet. Doesn't she like she kills like
a solar system, maybe?
Yeah, she kills like thousands and thousands of people.
Here, I fixed your movie. Just at the end of Apocalypse, she blows up that galaxy or whatever, and the whole movie is just the trial of Jean Grey, like the whole last movie, and make it a fucking procedural. Like
that's interesting.
I mean, that might be boring as shit, but like,
get rid of
more boring.
Super Guardian wants to cross-examine the accused.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Get rid of all the other X-Men, all of them. Like, kill them all off in the first 2 minutes of the movie, and it's just a Scott and Green movie.
They don't do anything in the movie. You might as well kill them off. They don't fucking do a thing. I mean, like, people liked Quicksilver, and like since Days of Future Past, they do nothing with him. They do nothing with Nightcrawler. They do nothing with Cyclops. Like, they're all just kind of there. They don't fucking
have her go rogue and nuts and have Wolverine hunt her down. Like, do something.
That would have been better too. Anything would have been better than what they gave us. Like, this movie is such a just nothing, and it is tedious to watch. It is ponderous. Fucking ponderous.
It is a struggle to watch this
movie. I mean,
movie.
it's like I don't know. It's funny because I always think about this when we watch these movies that are just awful. It's like somebody had to sit down and write this, and at no point they're like, "Well, this sucks." Like, there's nothing here. Like,
someone watched the dailies on this and went like, "Yeah, keep going, keep filming. You're doing a great job. Please continue cashing checks."
We've always hit. I mean, I think we've all hit that point where we've had to turn in an assignment. We're like, "Well, I guess this is it." Like, I'm out of
slides.
Yeah, you're out of slides.
I guess we're done.
I don't know. Five Knuckle Shuffle Time. We talked about the movie a ton, so I feel like we've probably gotten it all out. Five Knuckle Shuffle Time. The pre-birthday boy, Nate.
Oh, I'm gonna say it's a 2 because it's not good enough to be
generous.
It's like it exists in this space of like this shouldn't have happened, and it's so boring. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not a fun movie at all, which is the one thing this should do. Like, I could excuse no plot and things being poorly executed if it was fun, but it's work the whole time, and no one seems like
work is the right word. It is definitely work to watch this movie.
Like, no one in the movie seems like they're having a good time. Like, maybe McAvoy sometimes because McAvoy's
Jennifer
playing like
Lawrence quit comic book movies.
Yeah, she's like, I'm out.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Nate,
it's gross.
One last movie question. Every movie is somebody's favorite movie. Is X-Men Dark Phoenix somebody's favorite movie?
Yes, because I've looked at people's reviews on Letterboxd, and some people are very much about this movie.
What did they like?
Shit.
Somebody on Rotten Tomatoes like good action.
That's a bot. That's some kid in Brazil that this is like the only.
As a lifelong Democrat, I am horrified by music.
Right.
Yeah, on Reddit, I just searched X-Men Dark Phoenix. The first post that comes up, Dark Phoenix seems like the most X-Men of all the X-Men movies to me. Why they hate?
God.
Literally the first thing that showed up.
Yeah, someone named
like
Brandon.
Slur, the way they said it.
Someone named Brandon gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd and says maybe it was too ahead of its time for certain people.
Oh my God!
In what way?
Yeah. Jesus.
Here's a 5-star review from 4 weeks ago on Rotten Tomatoes. I love the movie. Most of the negative reviews are influenced by the trend MCU have set for the superhero movies.
Well said. Well said.
The movie perfectly fits if you keep the entire X-Men saga in the back of your head to watch this one. All the X-Men movies have been different and all around fun. Dark Phoenix delivers the same. I loved its dark and serious settings and performances of all the actors, music, and action. This movie should have been made as a 2-part story as actually intended by the writer/director, but due to Fox/Disney merger and multiple delays led to all those sufferings, and we couldn't see more of this. I disliked the movie when I first saw it in the theaters, but recently when I watched it again, my perception got completely reversed. I now love the movie.
We need to have like a 7 deadly sins of movies, and one of them needs to be ball knowledge, like the fact that you have to be aware of 9 million things going into the movie.
I feel like that happens more and more with movies these days.
I mean, that's kind of the best part about the early MCU movies. Like,
right,
you don't need to know shit. They built their own like movie legacy. Like, there are callbacks to the comics that are more like Easter eggs. You don't need to know that shit to enjoy them. Like the X-Men movies, you have to know X-Men history to get anything out of them, and if not, you're just confused.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, if you know a lot of X-Men history, you're just gonna hate it because they got it all wrong.
It makes it actually worse against
it makes it worse. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass to Gogs.
It's a 1. This movie sucks. Sucks fucking hard. Like, it's just the worst. I'm mad that I had to watch it. I'm mad that this is what's brought me back. It's flat. It's boring. It's just like, I don't care. God, like, if I didn't care about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, like, could I not care less about this movie? Like, this is just like, this is, I think, objectively the worst X-Men movie. And it's just like they're never going to make another one, right? Like, this is it. Is this what put the nail in the X-Men coffin?
Like, Marvel Studios has the rights back to them now. So there's going to be an X-Men movie at some point.
The rumor is the X-Men will show up in the Doomsday thing or whatever.
Yeah, because Adamantium was introduced in the terrible Captain America.
I mean, it's not even like they showed like their production chairs, like Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, but it's all going to be like multiverse shit. I think to introduce them in the MCU proper without. Yeah.
Well,
but we'll see. Who fucking knows? I'm really not that excited for these new movies.
Yeah, me neither.
It sucks and everyone sucks in it. So, do with that what you will. Sean.
I was going to give it a 0, but I think I'm going to give it a 1, and it's based solely on that guy whose English is probably not his first language, hopefully, review, where he said it's ahead of its time. And I think he may be right in the way that, like, it's the shape of things to come, like the enshittification of movies. Like, I feel like a lot of movies are like this now. Like, in the X-Men movies were trending this way, right, for quite a while. But it's just like, it's just a bunch of noise, but like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. I'm not impressed by the effects anymore in the same way I would have been in 1997. There's no depth to it, like, but it isn't even that wide. It's just a bunch of shit like, hey, Genosha, hey, Magneto, you guys know this stuff, right? Like, you like this shit, don't you? This is like, that one time you made somebody come and you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, yeah, you like that? It's like, not really. I'm past it.
Like, the hits are hits for a reason. This is
Fox just like awkwardly hammering on your clit with its thumb for like an hour until everybody's all dry and in tears and just like praying for it to be over. It's just not good, man. I'll give it a 1, I guess, because it's in focus mostly. Alec, was your favorite part of the movie other movie that is in this movie?
My favorite part was, it was brought up earlier, was the old Magneto trope of him just trying to be peaceful and on his own and getting drugged back into the X-Men's bullshit. Like, just leave this poor man alone. The last movie, his wife and kid got killed because he saved the guy's life from getting crushed by a steel mill or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just leave the guy alone. Should I give my rating too?
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
yes, please.
Shoot the moon.
It's a 1. It's like, man, like, none of the X-Men movies are good except First Class, which is kind of disappointing when I think back to how pumped I was seeing the first one in the theaters and how much I loved it. But they've just gotten almost exponentially worse each time with a small blip from First Class. It's very disappointing because they're probably my favorite comic property.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
But man, it's just so bad. Like there's nothing redeeming about this movie at all, except that they've killed the X-Men universe, so we don't have to see any more of these. Hopefully.
You know what's kind of funny when you talk about like not caring about shit. There's that scene, it kind of like the thesis of the movie where Nightcrawler goes to that guy and he's like, "Oh no, please don't die." I'm like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" And then it's kind of like, "Who the fuck is Nightcrawler?" Like, I don't know shit about
I have no idea.
I don't care about anything that's happening.
Yeah, at least the old Nightcrawler, you knew he was like a Christian with all his little cuts all over himself.
Yeah, he was interesting.
Yeah. TJ, I think you're the only one left.
Yeah, it's a 0 for me, dog.
Ooh.
I can't think of any reason to give this movie a 1. It's awful. Nothing works. Everyone's bad in it. It looks like shit. It sounds like shit. It's written like shit. It's bad. It's just really fucking bad. And like, it takes effort to make mutants with power fights boring. And the fighting is terrible. Like, I mean, we all have gone back to look at X-Men 1, and those action scenes aren't great either, but this makes that look like fucking The Raid. Like, it's like, this is so bad. Again, like, the cosmic shit doesn't work. Like, you can't do space shit with X-Men without establishing, like, oh, the X-Men go to space. Like, maybe if they did it in one of the 15 other X-Men movies, if, like, I don't know, Leandra from the Shi'ar showed up and like, okay, the X-Men can go to space. But to just be like, hey, we got space now, it's like, it doesn't work. And again, like, I can't remember who brought it up, but they're totally right. Why even introduce space? Why does it got to be aliens? Why can't Jean Grey just go fucking Nova and go crazy because her powers are out of control? And then, I don't know, it's the Earth. You know, it's the government. It's the Sentinels
It's where
or something.
you keep your stuff.
Why does it? No, I always love that. That's my favorite episode of The Tick, where the Tick becomes basically Galactus's herald. Wonderful episode of The Tick. He runs around the Galactus's body, pulling planets out of his crevices. Golf cart. Yeah, this movie's awful. I mean, Nate said it, and he's 100% right. This movie is work to watch. Like, this felt. You know, this is one of those where, like, we do this shit for the love of the game because, like, this was tough. This was tough to get through. I fell asleep the first time I watched it. I had to watch the last half hour because I fell asleep, and I was like, God damn it. I was pissed off because, like, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch the end of this again. But it's really bad, and it's full of great actors, which makes it even worse because, like, Jennifer Lawrence is pretty good. Jessica Chastain is good. Michael Fassbender is good. The thread to this, what's his name? James McAvoy is great in almost everything, and he's terrible. Nicholas Holt's great. It's awful. 0. Awful. Terrible movie. Like I said, when I watched fucking Deadpool and Wolverine, the more I can forget about these goddamn Fox movies, the happier I'll be, because they're all shit to various degrees, but they're all bad. And this was the worst. Like, hands down, the worst. There is moments in all of the other X-Men movies where you're like, well, that was pretty cool. Even Apocalypse had some cool sequences. There's nothing in this. There's just nothing. It's just a big fucking pile of nothing. It's terrible. I hated it. I have several picks I'm bouncing between my head unless somebody else wants to jump my spot. I don't remember whose spot it is.
Do it.
All right, so just to go through my thought process, I almost went with Gogs and picked Assassin's Creed, but I can't in good conscience subjugate you guys to watch another terrible movie. We all know Assassin's Creed's going to be bad. So then I was like, I got to watch something that's good. I was going to pick Winter's Bone with Jennifer Lawrence, but I know Ooh. Alec hates neo-noir, so I didn't pick that.
That's I'm going to go a good movie.
Heavy.
Oh, you like good Winter's movie. Bone?
Yeah.
That's
heavy.
It's dark. It's good though.
It's neo-noir. You don't usually like the neo-noir.
Call whatever you want.
I mean, anyway. I'm picking Frank with Michael Fassbender and Domhnall Gleeson. It's about Michael Fassbender is like this recluse musician that wears a big like puppet head on his head the entire movie. It's cute.
Like the Jack in the Box mascot almost.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
He's like Bob's Big Boy.
It's a fun movie. It's got a lot of heart. I like the music in it. So we're gonna watch Frank, 2014's Frank. That'll be next week's show.
Okay.
Great.
So yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Hell yeah.
Thanks everybody.
We did
Nate,
it.
thanks again. Gogs, good to
Happy
have you
to.
back.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week. You know what to do.
Bye-bye.
Eat your own ass. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.